There we go.
Hey! We are live. Sunday soak. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Saturday soak today.
Saturday
soak. Powered by Goose Island, as always. Thank you. The way we like to start this is with the humble brag. Today's humble brag is my sock summer. Go for it, my sock.
My sock summer, me? That's me.
That's you. That's you.
Fucking caught a ball. I said I was gonna. It's good to have goals, people. I said I'm gonna go catch a ball this week because I saw everybody getting balls all around me. I said I need me some balls too, and I went first inning of second inning because it was the second time Adam came out into the right field, and I stood up and I just yelled Adam really loud, and he just whipped the ball. Total professional. I didn't even have to move. Sat right there, caught the ball, immediately rocketed it into the air, and then went my head down and just was like, yes! And everyone around me erupted into great cheers, and I was so happy. I felt like I was a player that just won the World Series. So thank you, Spanky. I appreciate you throwing a ball my way.
I immediately thought of the Sandlot when I heard this story. He's like, oh, this big idiot. I got to throw it right into his glove.
You getting biffed in the face would have been a much better story. I'm upset that Adam Eaton is such a professional that he lined it up right to your glove.
Right.
I'm so upset.
That is disappointing.
Could have been such a better story than that. I thought the humble brag you were going to go with was you got your man to change his intro.
Well, that too. We took
having a week, baby.
When we had on Wednesday night, was it Wednesday night? Or was it Thursday night? It was Thursday night. It was a little Friday. We were drinking, and during the rain delay, they said they showed up little things about our pictures, and Matt Foster was up there. Said his favorite artist was Rob Zombie, and Beeflo pointed that out, and he said his favorite song was Dragula. And me, being the nerd I am, know what his walkout music is, and it's fucking Don't Tread on Me by Metallica, because I make my kids listen to it every morning now because I like that song. And so then I'm like, he should just change it to his fucking song, and I wanted to be like, let your freak flag fly, Foster, but I just said, bro, change it. Last night, Foster goes in. What do we hear? Dragula. It's like, man. So you think he's not paying attention because he doesn't follow us or like it, but he is paying attention, and he changed his song. So congratulations to you, Matt Foster, for letting your flag fly out there, your fun flag fly. Okay? Because everyone needs to hear Dragula. I'm not even shitting you. That's awesome.
I was commenting, Teresa's like, oh, that's weird that his favorite artist is Rob Zombie. He's not our age. Like, well, how does he even know about Rob Zombie?
See, I think White Zombie is our age.
Oh,
and then Rob Zombie was very popular, right? Yeah. You know, right after he stopped being cool.
Yeah.
Which is like 97.
It's pretty much correct. Well, it's the Saturday soak, and we like to do an all-question show. For today's show, I just did every single fucking question. So if you put a question in, your fucking question is on this board, and we're going to go through them like we normally do. Starting off, the leadoff hitter today is Dan Pierce, and Dan Pierce says, this summer, brunch is back. Vaccinations, everyone's going to be back out at restaurants there. What are your go-to brunch orders? Whoa. A little windy there, a little windy. We got it, though. We got it. We held up, right?
Oh, my God.
We're Gucci.
We get that bigger. The holder of the phone is the most thing, like the thing that's
It's good, though. It's good right now. Treasy, let's go to your go-to brunch order.
So I go to brunch quite a bit, and I went this morning, actually. My order this morning was the crunchy French toast with bacon. I'm always getting a side of bacon. Even if I got something with bacon in it, I get a side of bacon too.
Now, are you like powdered sugar on the crunchy toast or syrup? You're a syrup guy.
Syrup.
I like that very much. How about you, Mike?
Dude, if I'm going to brunch, it better be a buffet. That's all I have. I don't know.
I'm hungry, but we'll eat.
I don't know.
Buffets are not real popular right now.
No.
Yeah, cause
last time I
The
went.
cutouts are really getting in on you there. I like that.
Angry 80s coming to get me. I think the last few times I had brunch, oh my God. All right.
That's the thing that needs some more weight in
Can
it.
you get one of those big? Hey, Slim Mix.
Slim
Pick
Mix,
up one of
get a
those
weight,
big
put it in there.
weights and put one
Don't
in
put it
there.
on the laptop.
But you got to get the laptop out of there first.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work here.
Laptop
Holy
does not need
shit.
to be in there.
Let's see if we can.
Let's see if he can figure this out.
Yeah, close the laptop, get it out of there,
Okay, there you go.
and then put.
You almost threw that.
Look at that! I mean, what a great job.
That would have been awesome if you would have knocked it
You know
over.
what?
Should it be more in the front?
Hey, this is
weighted? Is
that's
that
fine. This is
okay.
fine.
You keep saying
It's
that.
fine.
I don't know.
It's fine. Shut up, my son. Someone. This is a DIY operation. All right. This is just how it goes. So sometimes we get technical difficulties.
Before Haley's birthday, she's getting all covered up.
All right. So my sex someone wants brunch.
I want brunch
in the middle of a pandemic. I
You want the
respect that.
buffet.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying I mean that now. I'm saying when I have brunch, usually it's a buffet.
Okay. All right.
Now that all country buffet is done, maybe that's not going to happen. We'll see.
R.I.P. in peace. Me personally, I like to go to Nana, which is right in Bridgeport. I like to get myself a garden omelet, but then I also, so that's vegetarian, but then I go with the side of chorizo.
Yeah.
You know, because they do a great
Because
job
we were
with that.
worried that the garden omelet was healthy.
And then I'm going margarita. I drink at
I like
brunch.
it.
I don't know if you guys drink at brunch, but I like to drink at brunch, you
I
know?
drink all the time.
Depends on the day. I knew I was going to drink quite a bit today. Didn't feel like I needed a breakfast.
What kind of wine goes with brunch?
Oh, man, sparkling wine. How about
Sparkling?
rosé?
Yeah,
Any of
there you
that
go.
stuff.
All right.
Great question, Dan. Next question from Sock Supporter.
I like that.
Sock Supporter says, between Eloy, TA7, Robert, Moncada, Madrigal, and Vaughn, which one has the longest White Sox career, if not the best White Sox career? My Sox Summer, who do you think?
Listen, I can't see Tim Anderson playing for any other team. Easily, Tim Anderson is going to be here for life. They are going to bend over backwards to keep him in the city and if they don't, they're fucking stupid. Because I think they might have learned with Frank Thomas that maybe we should keep this guy around because he's going to be good for years to come. Plus, he's just a good representation of the Southside brand, to be honest.
I like that answer a lot. I would go with that. I will also say that Madrigal will give him a run for his money. And here's why. Because Madrigal's skill is not really one that diminishes very quickly, right? Like he can hit. He's not that fast. Like I hear people say he's fast. He's not fast.
He's not fast.
He's not fast. He's quick. I'll give him quick, but he's not fast. So like all
Deceptively slow, right?
that was
what
Austin. Yeah, he's deceptively slow. I like that call. But yeah, I think with that skill set, he's going to be cheap. He's going to be a guy at second base for like a long time. You just keep that guy. Like you just don't pay much for him. You just keep him forever.
I mean, you guys nailed the two I would have thought. So we'll move on to the next question. The next question is from White Sox Sal.
Hey, fuck you, Sal. On a Saturday.
He said, which current White Sox is going to be extended to a ridiculous contract and become our 2023 Miguel Cabrera? I mean, can I go first?
Go ahead.
I think it's going to be Andrew Vaughn because they've done this with Abreu, right? And they did it with Canerco, right? And Canerco was really only bad like the last year and a half of that. But the potential for the slow first baseman to be really bad at like the end of a deal, and Sox fans fucking love Andrew Vaughn. And Andrew Vaughn ain't hardly done nothing yet, and he's like a favorite player out there. So I would go Andrew Vaughn.
I was going to go first baseman. I was going to go Abreu. The next contract. The next contract that they give him.
Yeah, I'd say the next 3-year extension. When everybody's going to be really mad, and then he's going to win the MVP again. Just to shove it all right up the keisters. Yeah, I didn't want to say yes. Oh, oops.
The next question is from Mailman Jack, longtime guy. Mailman Jack says, the lineup's posted day of game. You peruse the situation. How do you digest your initial reaction to the lineup? Treasy, you go first.
So first what I do is I take a look at the lineup. Then I take a look at the home run props. And if they don't line up, I get upset. You got nice Yerman in the lineup. You're like, I'm going to bet, my life savings that he hits a home run tonight. You go to the site, they ain't got Yerman up. Get the fuck out of here. That is my biggest problem with the lineup so far this season.
What's up, Summer? How about you?
I look at it and think, just like anybody else, why the fuck did Tony put this lineup together? Clearly, Ricky Renteria had something to do with this because we know Tony's really good at making lineups, so like we're just gonna let him do it. No, it doesn't fucking matter, okay? And it's what we said when we were talking about on Thursday. If the team hits, the team wins. So it does. You could have anybody in that lineup. If they get hits, if they win. They were like Larry Garcia, wrong place at the wrong time. Although it worked and we won, it's still the wrong lineup. So I would rather lose with the right lineup than I would win with the wrong lineup. It is the most fucking ridiculous thing. It is the biggest waste of fucking character space on the goddamn Twitter ever that people argue about these fucking lineups. So fucking stop it. Okay? I'm a little fired up because it's Saturday. I usually don't get this fired up because Sunday I'm fucking hungover. And I'm not hungover tonight, and I got a good night's sleep. So quit arguing about the lineups, fucking idiots. Cheers.
Beef, what do you think?
I got a point on the show for Slim Nick.
In essence, I agree with my Sox number. I just don't give that much of a shit about the lineup until it's like a playoff game.
Right.
They're going to play who they play, and you're going to have to get some guys some work, and some guys need some rest. And I thought the White Sox went out and got a fancy pants guy who's supposed to study how much rest people need and how much people can play and stuff. And so I think his name is Ben Hansen. I think they're following whatever that is probably. So I'm not worried about it. I don't give a shit in general. A lot of times, as someone who's a season ticket holder, I'm like, the player who doesn't play that much is playing. Cool. I want to see him get 3-4 at bats.
I don't want to see Jake Lamb get at bats.
No. Poor Jake Lamb.
That's rude.
You know what? Fuck him.
You passed me over that sorbet all day.
Ooh,
Let's
I
try
like
this
that.
fucking thing. Let's see what this is.
Gonna get some cups going here. You want a cup of
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Oh, let's do it. All right, the next.
Beaker Crawlers available at Goose Island over there on Fulton Street. I was over there yesterday. Place is bomb. Just make sure you look out for all the Amazon trucks that are not stopping at the stop sign and going right through and will totally kill you, or at least wreck your car. But Amazon has deep pockets. That's what I
Hey, my Sox Karen, take it easy. The next question is from Matt Ramsey. And Matt Ramsey, this is one of my favorites. Matt Ramsey says, choose one Twins pitcher, past or present, that you would love to drown in the hot tub with your bare hands.
Can I go?
I would love if you went.
This guy only pitched for the Twins for 1 year.
Yeah.
But he pitched a ton in our division. And he's truly a jackass. Jack Morris.
Yes.
There's a whole myriad of reasons, but mostly because people pined for this guy to get in the fucking Hall of Fame forever. And now no one talks about him because they know he probably shouldn't have been in the Hall of Fame, and now there's no reason to talk about him.
Yes.
But I was still grabbing by the mustache and drowning in his fucking eye.
100%. There's that story about Pat Mahomes
Yes.
Sr. It's like, oh, can you teach me how to throw that? And he's like, fuck you, rookie. What are you trying to take my position? Who does that?
Oh, yes.
No, I just hit backboard. It's
Okay.
like a V-flip free throw.
How dare you son of a bitch. Oh, wow, that's a heavy point.
I'm gonna go with a guy, same
good.
kind of same track.
Baby, what's this?
Frank Viola. I want to fucking kill that motherfucker. I don't know why, just because he just looked like a regular.
RBI, is this RBI baseball hit?
I don't know.
I think it is, yeah. Because he's a lefty. Throw that shit on the
Like,
corner.
when I hear this question, they're like, who do you want to kill from the pitching staff of the Twins? Frank Viola's fucking 88 Donruss card just comes into my fucking head. And I'm like, I want to kill this motherfucker, and I don't know why.
The Diamond King's drawing.
You know what happened? My Sox number got scammed on that card at some point. It's like, I overcharged for it, and now he's pissed about it. He's not pissed at the person who overcharged him. He's pissed at Frank Viola, who was on the card.
He traded a Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie for Frank Viola Diamond Kings.
Which doesn't matter since there's infinity.
Right.
Ken Griffey Jr.
You didn't know it then.
You didn't know that. I can't believe no one picked this guy. And you know what? The Mets kind of did it for us. They threw his fucking arm off in his no-hitter. But the guy who tormented us in the 90s, early 2000s, Johan Santana, man.
See,
He was such a Sox killer, man. He'd throw that change up and he'd go out there 2 hits. The Sox would only get like 2 fucking hits.
See, I took it from the side of a human being,
Yeah.
just in general. I agree. Like, if I could have killed him before one of his starts against the Sox, I would have done
But
it.
helpful, yeah.
But the thing that I always think about Johan Santana is when he had that no-hitter with the Mets, I believe.
Yeah.
And if you watch the video of them celebrating, there's like a jean shorts dude that just comes running out of the crowd and gets in there, and like he's cheering, he's in the middle, and then all of a sudden you just see him get dragged out by the security.
It was probably Mike Turnham's. If I'm guessing, I don't know. All right, the next question is from Ted Brogan, longtime guy. He says, after being away from the ballpark experience for over a year, what are you guys really digging right now about the ballpark experience, and what grinds your gears about it? My sucks somewhere. Since you're fired up, I would love to fucking go for it.
I don't even really have like a fire up answer. I just like being back. Like I was like in my head last night contemplating how I'm writing this blog. It's just I didn't know how much I missed it. Like it didn't seem like a big deal as much last year.
Yeah.
Like I was a bummer, but I was like, oh, listen, we got bigger fish to fry right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and maybe I'm gonna run out of toilet paper. So I was just like, I don't want to be like, I don't want things to get too nuts. But like now I'm there, and I'm like, my like mental's like so much better. Physically, I feel better because I'm outside getting fresh air.
Walking,
you know, even though I'm drinking shitloads of Goose Island and my you know, I'm not doing, you know, that's not the best sometimes. But you know, it's like, look, it's like I feel better, the fresh air, being with people, having conversations with people again, and not like totally concerned that the person walking down, you know, to our section without wearing a mask is gonna fucking kill. Like it's great. You know, that's love.
I mean, they might still kill you. This won't be about the COVID. Treasy.
So let me preface this with two things. One, my sock summer, when he said it's not great to drink Goose Island all the time, he meant for his health.
Yes, because it actually is great to drink
It
Goose
is
Island
great.
all the time.
What I'm saying.
And second, I want to mention that we're vaccinated, and everyone we sit with is vaccinated.
Fully
so
vaccinated.
I would tell you that what I am really enjoying is like for any good thing that happens is, you know, we're getting high fives, we're jumping up, we're standing up. You know, like that is something like I enjoy the games at home. Me and Cornsey would high five, but like, you know, it's still not the park where there's like thousands of people like cheering in unison for this. You know, it's I missed that. That I'm glad to have that back. What grinds my gears is that Sox had fucking 15 months to figure out how to get people in the gates quicker, and they totally bombed it. Like I am eagerly waiting, standing in a gigantic line to get in the gate 3 today.
Yes. It's going to be 30 minutes for us to get in the ballpark once we get there today.
Gate 2, this guy will be in.
He'll
He'll
be
be
in.
up at the top of the ramp, waving to us while we stand in line like a bunch of putzes.
Man, if I was still smoking,
Not the
I could
three
sit there and
putzes, the
smoke
two
cigarettes.
putzes. I mean, I'll tell you, I echo your sentiments. You know what was really nice last night? Our guy Sammy Mendelson came over. I got to give him a fucking hug. You know what? That felt really good. To give some of these people that we see for a lot of years and we've been hanging out with the games, we're both fully. Fully vaxxed now, and so you get a chance to give these people a hug that you haven't embraced in a long time. That feels really good to me, and I agree with Teresa's point. Another thing, I kind of like it, but I kind of don't like it that we're completely cashless.
Yeah.
I wish that they would make some exceptions for the cash.
You know what? You know why you don't like it? Because you got fraud alerted last night.
I did!
At the Goose. The place you've been buying beer for the last 17 days.
I've got 38 different charges. Like, you know what? The 39th one, this might be fraud.
Chase was like, what's going on now?
You're in a new location. Oh, it's
so
not a
funny.
new location.
That's so funny.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Was it your fancy card too? The metal card?
Yeah, it was the heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
I'm
man.
gonna have to watch my metal card now.
Fuck
See
that,
what
man.
happens.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. All right, the next question is from Quincy. Quincy, how did you get to put a question in?
She's back there holding the cooler that has all her stuff in it.
She-
Good job, Quincy.
She has
She's sitting on it.
she has a series of ropes to make sure that the phone doesn't fall.
It's
That's
all,
how we do it here.
and it's all tied together like a Rube Goldberg machine, though. So as soon as one thing falls, everything's going to fall down. And then Yerman's going to fall from the sky into the tub.
It's gonna be the
They
best.
crush my socks so
Oh,
hard.
that'd be great.
Oh, I can catch him like a little baby. I've been working out. What the fuck?
I see those games. Anyway, the question is this: what theme night will you miss most if they don't bring it back?
Oh, that's easy. So they had already, I think they had already stopped doing this one. They need to bring it back. And that's Mullet Night.
Mullet night, yeah.
Mullet Night was the best night at the park. Because what was awesome was people wore mullet wigs and stuff. I remember they had the foam fingers that were like the devil horns.
Yes.
And then also, in case you guys have never heard this story, Beefloaf actually shaved a mullet into his head upstairs at the Great Cuts or Great Clips or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's
It
not
was
even
amazing.
that ironic.
And it was for what, $500?
$500, yeah. Slump Buster was willing to pay me $500 for it. He peeled off 200 then, and then he gave me 300 later on to fulfill that request.
That's awesome.
How about you, theme night?
Oh, that's the same thing. They try to like, you know.
They try to make it rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll night.
Bullshit.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it
Mullet
sucks.
night, okay.
People would skip bowling to go to mullet night. They're not skipping bowling to go to rock and roll
Right,
night.
Exactly.
You know?
And you gotta wear Zubaz.
Yeah, that's a Zubaz.
Broke the Zubaz out this morning, so I got them ready to go
Now,
next time.
I personally think you guys are pandering to Brooks Boyer there because that was his idea. He told us
Mullet?
that's
Oh, that's
the only
right.
idea he's ever had that actually went through. It's usually his team that has all the ideas. That was his idea.
I forgot that. I thought he apologized to us because he canceled it. Right? I
He
misremembered.
did, but then he said that
It was his idea.
originally. I'm gonna go with the absolute dumbest fucking idea that absolutely everyone loves, and that's halfway to St. Patrick's Day. That's a nothing at all, and people are dying to get fucking tickets to that shit and wear green shit. It's like that's how you know, like the Brooks Boyer and the team at the Sox are terrific at marketing because they make up some total bullshit and everyone fucking loves it.
Yeah.
You gotta respect them.
Both of those nights.
How do we
That's not Beatles night, you know?
It's not Elvis. This is just some made up shit that they put out there.
How do we get heavy drinking Irish people into the park by the end of the year if we're not in the playoffs? Halfway to St. Patrick's Day. Let's fucking do it.
You know, it had to start with, man, I wish St. Patrick's Day was during the season.
Yes.
And then they're like,
Imagine how good that would be.
well, let's just say 6 months later is also St. Patrick's Day.
They're like, Christmas in July, halfway to St. Pat's. Fucking makes perfect sense. Let's do it.
All right, the next question is from Matt. If the One-Awayers got their own burger, kind of like the Germinator, what would be on it? And now, before we get into the ingredients, I think we should make it together, to be honest. I think we should just make one burger that symbolizes us. Chorizo over here, he likes all of his food neat. Like, he don't put anything on a burger. You're just a plain burger guy.
So somewhat.
Okay.
So I don't like the yellow cheeses, right? Yeah, I know I'm fucking weird.
When you go to
Off-camera critics over here.
when you go to France and they're giving you a cheese fight, please, none of the yellows.
What's a yellow cheese?
I don't want to say whites only, so I say
No yellows.
yellow.
So you like mozzarella and Swiss?
Provolone.
Okay.
There's a lot of good cheeses.
But
Right?
when you said yellow, like a cheddar is an orange. What?
I'm also colorblind, so I'm trying to keep it simple. for
Okay,
myself.
all right. I just making sure.
The orange ones are also out, man.
All right.
I think the blues are also
I
out.
mean,
so
what is he talking about? Like a Gouda?
Blue
Like,
cheese
blue-
sucks.
what's yellow?
By the way, blue cheese is #1 shitty cheese.
No. Absolutely not. Blue cheese
It's
tastes
moldy.
terrific.
It's moldy cheese. You guys know it's
I
moldy
don't like
cheese.
it.
I don't want none.
I fucking love it.
So blue cheese out.
Right.
But it's not on our burger. Right?
No,
not on our
That's
burger.
not on our burger. Okay. All right. So you want one of the mozzarella or provolone or something like that would be the cheese if you're gonna do cheese.
I think you need a little chorizo in with the like bison meat that we have.
Oh, we're going bison.
Yeah.
All right.
Bison.
I like the direction you're going here. I think we need a second meat in there for sure.
Yeah, well,
that's you gotta have.
That's where we get the beef loaf, right? It's like a bacon / something that goes on top of there.
Here's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe like sausage links in there, and then we go with
What kind of sausage? Like Italian sausage?
No, like breakfast
Oh,
sausage.
breakfast links.
Breakfast sausage.
Okay,
And then we
yeah,
go
man.
with French toast for the bun,
Okay.
and then we go maple syrup inside there.
Yeah,
Can we make that all happen, or is that
So-
too much?
that's great.
I thought for the MSS part, we could do some My Spicy Slaw and put it on there, but I don't know how well that would play with the breakfast meats.
Okay.
So
we gotta
maybe we
make
have
a
a
decision.
breakfast burger, and then we also maybe it's a brunch burger.
A brunch burger.
Yeah, the side is a spicy slaw.
There you go. It comes
But
with
you guys don't really like spicy.
What about like a
spicy? Oh, you like
spicy? What about like a spicy apple slaw on top of the?
there
Yes.
you go. That replaces the syrup. The syrup's
Yeah.
out. Spicy apple slaw.
It's yellow. It's not yellow.
Not a yellow slaw.
Not
Three-way
yellow
dance.
slaw.
All right, there you go, Matt. Next
Matt.
question. I love that it's Matt. He's got the exclamation point. Next question is from Steve-O. Steve-O says, who's the prettiest looking man on Sox Twitter?
This is easy, right?
And then we had a converse question. Well, I don't know.
Let's
Let's
see
see.
what y'all think.
And then we got a converse question from Bruhan Luke, and he wants to know who's the ugliest.
Okay.
So we'll go prettiest first.
It's Jimmy Vinicki, right?
You know, God, that's kind of the path I was
Yeah.
going, because White Sox Twitter, we got a lot of handsome, but we're rugged, like ragamuffin guys.
I-
Like, we're tough guys.
When
kinda, you know?
I think of pretty man,
I mean, not really tough. We just
when
look like
I think of pretty man, I'm thinking like 80s metal, right?
yeah.
And like Jimmy Vinicki could play Vince Neil.
You could.
Right?
Like,
oh,
you'd
you'd have to put on 80 pounds.
No,
yeah.
no, not now.
Oh, God. Okay, got it.
In between. You want to be the skinny Vince, like cocained up Vince, like rapper Lamborghini around a telephone pole Vince. But you want to be like the huge fat one that plays like private parties with like Richard Roper. Like he's right in the middle,
he's
like Casino Man fat.
He's
Vince.
solo career.
Yes, that's Casino Man. You're invited, but your friend can't come. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
agree with that.
I mean, that's a compliment from the 108 world there, Jimmy. So just so you know.
That's not saying there aren't many other handsome men, but he's pretty as
Austin
well.
Disick, I think I would put in there too, because the man can fit into a size medium T-shirt and he's 6'1". So I mean, that's pretty.
See, but he's ruggedly handsome.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. He's got a you wouldn't want to punch him. Like he's got a tough jawline. You can't do that. Jimmy's got the hair, the flow, and everything. Yeah, he's all right. So what about uglies? Who's the uglies?
Oh, Steve-O. Steve-O pretty much that. He looks like Moby, but like Moby and like a little monkey got together, and like.
I was gonna dance around this whole thing. I was
not gonna name anybody.
My sex summer had one right off the bat.
I just wanted to say it.
That motherfucker's ugly.
I just wanted to say because he asked who's the prettiest. Probably wanting to go like, hey, let me know I'm the prettiest.
Am I in
so
that?
like, let me let you know that you're the ugliest. I'm kidding.
See,
Because
what I was gonna say was Gas Money Bob, and he has to prove that he's not.
That's true.
That's a good call. If
That's
you haven't
good-
seen the
that is
real
a good
Gas
call.
Money Bob,
You have no idea if I'm
no
right or
clue,
wrong.
Right? No clue if you're right. Exactly.
He ain't ugly.
Next question.
Well, don't give it away. Come on.
Damn it, shut up. All right, the next question is from our.
Beer's really good too, by the way. Just sorbet all day.
You want some more? That was your way of saying
No.
Yeah, baby, yeah, fill him up.
Fill me up then.
All right, the next question is from our guy Nick Garcia, who's often interviews Treasy and I on gambling topics, and he wants to know who'd be the easiest member of the White Sox to corrupt if you wanted to fix a game. And when these guys were eyeballing these questions before, Treasy had an instant answer for this, I believe, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's obviously LaRussa. And anytime Jake Lamb is in the lineup, I'm convinced. Someone's paying him.
They're on the take.
Someone said we could fix your fucked up hair if you fix this game. That wiry cotton candy that's hanging out the side of your hat, we'll make it all better. Just fix this one. We got a lot of money on the Tigers.
I was gonna go with Nick Madrigal. So, that's a much better answer.
You think short guys are just corruptible?
I think he is. I think he's a people pleaser. Like he wants to make everybody happy. So it's like he goes above and beyond. So like if six mafioso guys like got around him and were looking down at him, they would like kind of convince him into like throwing the game.
Nothing makes people happier than a guy who fixes games.
I like my Sox that were trying to paint the picture that Italians are somehow taller than Nick Madrigal.
I'm Italian.
That's not true.
Oh.
All right, the next question is from Jimmy Vinicki. And Jimmy asks, if my Sox summer could lactate White Russians, would we latch on
Why's it got to be me?
and suck it? And also, would my Sox summer allow us to? So
I assume he thought that me and Beef would be Black Russians.
Anymore. The brown Russians.
I like a White Russian. I don't know about you, Trees.
I would love a White Russian.
Let's
You got a White Russian for me?
You sit up a little bit so we can see.
Come here.
You just get up a little higher so people can see them.
You come here.
Although they're latchable. They're definitely latchable.
Let's test this theory.
Now, my Sox summer, would you allow this?
I mean, my bros, like literally, I think it would be like up and coming to have a gift like producing White Russians from my tits and not sharing it with the world. It's a great gift.
I just imagine the White Sox camera crew turning to that in the 108, and Jason Benetti have to talk about it.
Right. And be like, hey, listen, all you women want to breastfeed
Well,
in
looks
public. Well, here it is. You know, it goes both ways.
It looks like they're having fun in the 108. Not the kind of fun I want to have. But
Oh, it looks like White Russian night in the 108.
And then Stoney's like, no, you have White Russians in it. It's actually a very good vodka.
All right, the next question is from La Pantera Blanca. It said, if you could add one beer to the rotation at the stadium, what would that beer be? And so I'm going to go White Sox Summer first.
I don't know what happened to the Dry Hop 31-2. I have not seen it in a while, and it was one of my favorites because it gave you the hop taste, but wasn't an 8% beer.
Yeah.
So I could have several of them and not get blotto and put on a gold chain, as you said, and start dancing in the aisles. So, yeah, I would like to see Dry Hop 312 back at some point. Plus, it had a black can, which was really cool. So I like that.
Matte Black, love it.
Tracy, how about you?
Thanks, Detective.
Oh, man, that's a great call.
I'm upset every day when it's not there.
Now,
Because the what's it, Lost Palate?
Yeah.
Is delicious. But like I can't do a lot of Lost Palate.
Yeah.
It's got a strong taste, right? It's got like cinnamon,
A lot of
and
cinnamon.
the mango.
Yep.
Dank Detector just it tastes a little bit like weed, so I could do that all day.
you can take weed all day.
That's an all-day drink. Now, I don't know if it's still in the stadium or not. I haven't seen it hardly anywhere, but SPF was my go-to during the summer.
That's a
And
good
so if
Well,
SPF,
it's just summer.
yeah, I was gonna say they need to get that back in the stadium if it's not currently right now, or at least when it starts warming up, like today when it's warm up. I would love to have an SPF.
Well, we'll go check it out. We'll go figure it out.
Let's go
And
do it.
shout out to
Absolutely.
Goose for getting us an entire 24-pack of Dank Detector. That was just amazing.
Which I will drink most of.
It's insane. I saw that. I was like, holy shit. The
I've
boys
been-
are going to blow loads in their feet.
I've been hiding them around Beef's yard, like Costanza when he hid the half-price suit. I'm like in his trees going, what do we have here? How did this get over here?
It's a goddamn Easter egg. All right, the next question's from longtime guy, Barry Bag of Donuts. And Barry says, thoughts on MLB banning the shift? Treasy, I think you have the answer.
I fucking hate this. Banning the shift is so fucking stupid. It's like going like, you know what? We're gonna ban strategy. Like, there's no reason you can't move guys around on the field. So like, you're gonna have to come up with like vectors of how far over a guy can play, and then how the fuck do you enforce that?
Right.
Like, if Tim Anderson is too close to second base, is the ump gonna like stop play? Oh, wait a second, move 1 foot over, sir. It's gonna be like watching free kicks in soccer, which is one of the most frustrating things ever, where they go, hey, you gotta be behind this line that's not here, and then they just inch over it constantly, and the ref's just like, well, fuck, I don't care.
You know who will be checking Tim Anderson's like length and girth?
Whoa.
Joe West. Joe West is gonna be right there with a fucking tape measure. He's gonna whip it out like that, like just like that, and then he's gonna bend over, maybe fall over, and then he's gonna see how far he can play from.
That was the horniest answer to a baseball question I've ever heard.
Congratulations. I like the bar high.
Next question's from Alan Chow, and Alan wants to know, best steak sandwich in Bridgeport. I think it's still Rick and Ben's, right?
I think so.
That's the breaded steak.
Yeah.
If you're going straight steak,
Yeah.
if you're going straight like just a regular steak sandwich, I think Punky's got the best
Punky's
regular
got
steak
it.
sandwich.
That's true. But get the Pablos at Punk's.
But here's
Yeah,
what
you gotta always
I
be
will
careful.
say,
So, Alan, what you do is you go to Rick and Benny's, you get that breaded steak, you finish that, and then you go get the pot roast from Punky's. So don't worry, you won't get too full.
That's absolutely fine. All right, next question is from our guy, Liam Menus. And Liam asks, you need 2 free throws made in a big game. Who do you got? And he gives 3 choices. Ali from Hoosiers, Jackie Moon, or Coop from basketball.
That's a tough one.
As a guy who played basketball, I'm going to go with Jackie Moon. Jackie Moon's got more on the line than everybody else since he owns the team, and they're shooting for 4th place. So I trust that he's got most invested, and he'll make these 2 free throws.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Jackie Moon, too. Because I think Jackie Moon has shot a lot more free throws. He's like in the 47th year of his career. He's had a very consistent way of doing it.
Yeah.
Ali also shoots free throws the same way.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the ones he made in Hoosiers are the first free throws of his career. So, it's just a hot start. It's like that guy that you go to Vegas with. And it's like,
Yeah.
he won the first time he went to Vegas, and then he never won again. That's going to be Ali for the rest of his life. And that's why Ali, died of a meth overdose.
There's a lot of rumors that Ali's free throws are actually CGI.
That's
They didn't actually
possible.
make it, and they didn't actually win the title.
Gene Hackman actually shot.
Yeah, he had to do that. My son
Shot
still
free throws
remembers
and shot it.
I'm going with Coop from basketball just because I want to be like an outlier in this whole
You're contrarian? You're being contrarian in this? Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who Ollie from Hoosiers is because I've never seen Hoosiers.
You should watch Hoosiers. You will be inspired.
I will?
Yeah.
I think my socks number might be the only white person on earth who's never seen Hoosiers.
Fucking me in. I know, why not?
He's a fucking yeah.
Slim Mick has never seen Hoosiers either.
He's seen basketball.
And he's white, from what I can tell. Over there.
He's sort of a Slim Mick's sort of an off-white.
You should watch it. You're basically one of the coaches.
We'll let you decide which
He
one.
might be the only white person that's never seen Hoosiers, but owned Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball for Sega Genesis. So
No, you got
He
that.
fucked that all up, but we'll go to the next
All right, the next question is from B. Shields. And B. Shields says, can we still consider Carlos Rodon 108 thick? Treasy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You see those legs? I mean, like, he might have thinned down. He might be in the best shape of his life. But, like, Beyonce's always in the best shape of her life, and she is 108 thick.
Yes.
All right? So is Carlos Rodon.
That's what, and you goddamn right.
100%.
Right.
Right on board with
The
that.
next question is from our guy, Sean Jankowski. Sean says, since we're all season ticket holders, what other season tickets would we consider getting? My socks, someone, would you like to start?
Oh, man. Like, oh, shit. This is about all I can handle. My bandwidth is pretty full.
My answer is nothing. That's
Yeah,
what he
I don't think I can handle another.
Empty set.
Yeah, no, not at this point in my life. No, I probably could handle something else, and I don't think I want to go do something else. It's just I like the being outside part the most, so I'm just gonna stick with baseball.
That sounds good. I'm going to steal Treasy's answer because this would be both of our answers. If DePaul gave a fuck about their basketball team, he and I would have season tickets and go see him over there on 22nd Street. 100%.
Yeah. But now that they moved,
Yeah,
was
it's
that-
right in the backyard here.
So I don't know if this was supposed to be specific to sports,
Yeah.
but I am a season ticket. Hallie, I'm trying to get it. So
She's 6 now. She thinks she can jump in on the Sunday. So come on now.
So I do have season tickets to Broadway in Chicago.
Oh, that's
So
right.
that's
You do, yeah.
But another thing that I thought of that I would get season tickets to because I'm fairly close, I could probably walk over, is UIC baseball.
Oh,
Because
oh.
UIC baseball is pretty good. It's a pretty good program, and it's like hop, skip, and a jump. You know, they don't allow fans in right now, but once
But if
they do, that's something like if they're like $60 for season tickets, why not?
You kick a few bucks in there.
I would get Illinois season tickets, but I can't drive to Champaign. That's not, and I definitely can't drive home from Champaign.
No. You
Or
won't.
the champagne room.
No.
All right, the next question's from JP in Lot C. And JP asks, will Eloy make the cut in September? And if so, where does he fit? Treasy.
Wait, are you like saying, will he be healthy or will he make the team? When Eloy's healthy, he is one of the best players on this team. So
He may be the best hitter on this team.
he's absolutely on the team.
Yeah.
I hope he's healthy by then. And if so, where does he fit? He fits in left field.
Yeah.
And you kick whoever the fuck is in left field at that point out of left field for Illinois. That's
Yeah, I agree with that, and I'm going to quote our guy Wally: "You get in where you fit in." And like, if he's got to be a DH, let him be a DH. If he has to play the field, let him play the field. I mean, whatever, just get him in there.
look. I got no problem. You're mean catching and Illinois and left. I don't care as long as they're
Fuck
hitting
defense.
like maniacs. I don't care about it.
Well, I was thinking about it like this.
It's gonna be a great
You're right.
battle.
He's going to be in there. But let's bring back the game last night. Everyone was upset that they brought Larry Garcia in to hit. But now, because you're going to have one extra hitter by default, because you had Eloy, you're going to have a good hitter to line up in that spot. So everyone's going to get their playing time. This is one of them problems that'll work itself out.
Yeah.
Maybe someone gets injured or they figure out a good way to kind of use everyone. But anyway, we'll be excited as fuck when Eloy.
Well, think about it. Your roster's expanded in September too, right? Like, I mean, so
Yeah,
Illinois-
not much, like 1 or 2 spots.
right. But Eloy comes back. You don't even have to take anyone down. So
Yep.
then Andrew Vaughn is just kind of like a free for all. You can put him kind of anywhere.
Yeah.
And just see where it works. Is he in a first base tonight for radio? Is he DHing? Is he playing right field? When you don't want to have Adam Eaton play right field. Now I know you're thinking Vaughn and Eloy in the corners. Oh my God! But remember, Luis Robert is a fucking god. So I'm okay with it.
I mean, there was a year the White Sox won the division. Jermaine Dye right and Carlos Quinn left. Both guys can't catch or move. Exactly. So, that's absolutely fine. We'll just hit. All right. Next question is from Father Zoe. And Father Zoe says, what does Yaz have to do to turn it around other than hitting ground balls, other than not hitting ground balls into the shift?
So I looked up his splits by month
Yeah.
the other day. Basically, all of Yaz's stats in his entire career happened in July. So I guess we need a time machine. This is the answer.
My sucks something. How about you?
I mean, I don't know. This is a baseball question. This is directed clearly towards you people. It is not.
Oh, what do you call us people?
Sorry.
What the fuck you mean?
I'm sorry, use.
Boy, you're gonna catch these hands.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why can't friends be friends?
Fucking token white back
Anyway,
there. I know.
token white. Yeah, I don't fucking know, Zoe. Like, you don't want to hear my answer anyway, so.
I mean, I think here's what the bottom line might be. He might need to spend some time on the IL. I'm not sure the knee's right. He is not barely moving out of the box. And I did a Spaces on Wednesday where Josh Nelson and I were talking about the mechanics of him hitting, which I know nothing about, but I asked Josh about. And he was talking about, if that knee's bothering him, that could be the root of all evil. Could be the reason why he can't lift the ball and why he can't really turn on balls, and he's just hitting these weak choppers into the shift. So he may need to go on the IL. You might see a whole fucking lot of Zach Collins. That might have to be something that has to happen to fix Skets.
So
God
let me
forbid we
ask
get another no-hit.
a follow up because we haven't drank enough and we need to
Speaking of which,
who's the backup catcher in that scenario? Do you bring up like a Sevi Zavala, or do you play some Yermin, or do you go pick someone up?
I would play Yermin. I'd play Yermin. I'd try Yermin first, and then I think it's Sevi's about.
I'm so excited.
Oh, it's gonna be
They gotta try Yermin, right? This was so maddening. They had the doubleheader, the 7-inning games. Put him back there in a 7-inning game just to see what it looks like. If it sucks after 2 innings, just fucking pull him.
They let him pitch. Why can't he pitch? I mean,
Exactly.
honestly,
Let's try some shit here.
pitching and catching should be allowed. It's 2021. Let's let it happen.
Iowa Sox is the next question. And Iowa Sox says, knowing our stance on the wave, how do we feel about people booing the pitcher when they go for a pickoff move or step off the rubber? Treasy.
So I have to laugh because Quarancy fucking hates this. So and it was funny because the other night we're watching and it was one of the Tigers pitchers like stepped off to throw a pickoff.
Yeah.
And she turns to me and she's like, "Why are people booing? Isn't that his fucking job to get people out? That's his job, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know why they're booing, but like, yes, people boo for this. It just happens. I don't get it."
They're booing like the slowdown for last call for us. Basically. I take personally offensive.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, it's like, come on, let him do his thing. I don't get that either. And, like, people just seem to. I think it's like an intimidation thing. Like, you're just fucking with somebody at that point. The crowd's fucking with the pitcher. It's like, hey, don't do that, dummy, and then throw a pitch when you're not ready so we can hit a home run. So maybe it's a mental thing. Who knows?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I have no problem with fans booing the other team and getting into it that way. Every couple, 3 games, I stand up out of my seat when it gets a little quiet and I yell, "Up, you suck," so everyone in the whole stand can hear it. I like that kind of shit. So I don't mind it, but don't do it all the time. Just kind of like make it a little more sporadic.
Right. Like if it's a big spot in the game, and the guy steps off to take a minute, boo that fucker.
Yeah, exactly. That's the spot.
If it's the 2nd inning and Tim Anderson is on first and he throws over to first, he's actually worried about Tim Anderson.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Especially if Tim Anderson's halfway to second before he throws it. Because that's about Tim Anderson's lead.
That's
The Nomansons are attacking.
they want to get in this talk. All right, this is our last question, so hopefully there's
Oh, no!
We've had a mishap in the batch. Too many
Then
hot
you gotta talk
dogs.
to your guy. Oh,
King Nam, too much hot dog weight. He fell over.
Took his daughter down with him.
he broke the whole thing.
Like any good, fat, drunken dad, he fell over on his daughter. Nice job.
We need the gif of that guy in the hot dog suit going, "Who could have done this?"
All right, the last question is from Brian Malone. And Brian says, why was Section 108 dead last night? And a few sections over, it was on fire.
Brian, I think you know the answer to this question, my friend. We are not in the 108 right now. Right. So our section was on fire.
Yes.
Yep. It just wasn't the 108 last night.
That's correct.
So that's a call out to all you people that are sitting in the 108. Bring some fucking energy, huh?
Yeah, you
Don't-
Luke,
man.
But-
bitch.
Damn right.
But don't run on the field.
No.
All right, there's a happy medium between bringing a lot of energy and being on the field. So try and avoid that. That we saw that happen from the 108 very recently.
Oh man, and we are a crew that roots for the person running on the field to get absolutely pummeled by security.
Yes, which he did. It was the best of both worlds because he made it all the way across the field. He juked a couple guys, got up there,
Yeah.
and then he got slammed into a fucking cement wall like
Yes.
he deserved for doing some dumb shit like that.
You got it.
And with that, my friends, we are done.
The soak is over. Nice job, boys. As always.
All right.
We
Now,
gotta fix this.
one of
thing
you
that's
guys has to
holding
get
it
out and stop